Joe C., Matty Hayes, our Hurricane Hall of Famer, Big Leon Searcy, and now a Hall of Famer in this game, Fred Weary, who grew up right here in Duval. Welcome in, Fred. How are you?
Oh, thanks. Nice to be here, fellas, man, in a very humbling experience.
It is, isn't it? Now, listen, you were part of a championship-winning team, both you and Mike Peterson, who we'll say hello to in just a second. You guys know what it's like to win, but you also know just how special this game is. So kind of capsulize this game for the fans out there.
Oh, man, this game is you know, I didn't get a chance to play in the Miami-Florida rivalry. I played in the Florida State rivalry. The Florida-Georgia rivalry is like no other rivalry. It's basically two states, you know, so it's not just two heated, you know, college teams. It's two states against one another. So the hype coming into the game and, you know, all the great players that played in the game, yeah. So it's nice to be a part of.
Freddie, growing up in this city, first play at Mandarin High School, return the kick for a touchdown. You go to Florida, you win a national, you know, you do big things at Florida. You go to the NFL. Could you ever have imagined this kid growing up in this city where you are now? Now you're in the Hall of Fame here.
Well, you know, I didn't, you know, I wasn't the biggest football player. I didn't have, you know, I wasn't blessed like Sirs, my man over here. You know, so when I had to play, I had to actually prove it every time I was out there on the field. So, you know, starting with that play in Mandarin, you know, I told everybody 2 weeks before I ran that opening touchdown back. I told them I was going to do it.
First play of Mandarin High School history.
That's awesome.
And that's kind of what put me on the map. And I kind of, it's just like the story I told in there in the Hall of Fame ceremony is about the first time I stepped on the field at Florida was basically I lost 3 games in 3 SEC games in my whole time at Florida. My first game that I lost was against Auburn in '94, but that was also the first game I ever played. So the story goes like this. Cersei, he'll know this too. He can definitely agree with me. They used to give us game plans on each team. So they'll give you a test at the end of the week on the game. So I had a freshman brother of mine. I ain't going to say his name. But I finished the test, and he needed to hold my test to catch up. So I let him take my test to his room. And then, you know, we had meetings after we got back from the movies, and we were supposed to turn in our test. This guy leaves my test in the room on the bed, and then so I gets cussed out by the coach.
Oh, that happens.
Yeah, he gets cussed out. So then, happened in the game, 3-time All-American Larry Kennedy goes down, like first in the game, like in the first quarter. So then they looking around, they wondering who they're going to put in the game. I just threw myself into the game. So
really?
It wasn't the position coach. I just threw myself in the game because I was preparing. I knew how confident I was if I had the opportunity to play. So anyway, I just threw myself in the game. We lost that game, but I ended up getting SEC Defensive Player of the Week. So they had to start, you know, finding some spots, some reps for me on the game. So that's how I started to play.
I love it.
And that was this confidence that I had. Football came to me like riding a bike, y'all. And, you know, Cersei tell you some of the greats, it comes to them like that. So when it came to a night of, you know, anticipate making plays and stuff like that, it came like I was riding a bike. Yeah.
Wow. Now, Fred, I remember when I played in Miami what Florida State week was like. Okay, the intensity in practice. Jimmy hated Bobby. Okay, so you were there with Spurrier.
Yeah.
I know he despised Georgia.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me how intense he was and those practices were when you had Florida Georgia week.
Oh, it was very intense, and you could first. The whole week would be totally different than like if you're playing against Western Kentucky or something like that. First of all, you're talking about like you walking on eggshells around campus. That's basically how intense it was.
Well, we had no class week, by the way. Okay.
Explain that. You got to explain that.
I'm just saying. Well, we had no class week. My freshman year, I'm at Miami. It was 87. We had to play Florida State.
Right.
Florida State was number 3. We were number 5. Jimmy Johnson in the meeting room, team meeting, said, hey, I won't want nobody going to class. I want y'all in the film room, in the weight room. He said, "Don't worry about your teachers. I'll take care of it." That's a true story. I got fellas that will back it up too.
Well, yeah, that's the reason why. Hey,
I'm just telling you how intense the rivalry. So I can only imagine. I mean, Spurrier probably didn't do that, but I know that he hated Georgia.
Yeah, he did. He definitely hated Georgia. If I'm not mistaken, it was a little something rumor about his wife or something, and one of the coaches or something back in those days too. So yeah, he had a little something against Georgia.
All right, real quick, when Fred Weary, Florida Georgia Game Hall of Fame inductee, got to say hello to Mike Peterson coming up here in a second. But what will be the key tomorrow if Billy Napier and the Florida Gators are going to be able to put together a win?
If the Gators are going to win tomorrow, it's going to have to be DJ Lagney pushing the ball down the field vertically, and what that does on the defensive back like myself, it opens up a lot of other things you're trying to get done in the offensive game plan. If you can push the ball down the field vertically and make somebody like myself stress like that, it'll open up a lot of things underneath. And I think that'll give us a chance if we can.
Yeah, you're going to be there tomorrow.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, loving it, enjoying it. All right, listen, congratulations. We got to catch up with him again on XL Primetime so we can talk some NFL ball and some Gator ball, okay?
All right.
I love it.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes. Thanks so much for watching the 1010XL Gators channel. For more college football coverage, check out the Knowles channel.